Okay, so we're just going to start off by pressing play.
Oh, yeah, can do.
Then it tells you how many images it found. It goes to your browser. It's switching the download folders. Now it's going to launch Ideogram, the website where we're going to generate the images. It selects the aspect ratio button, types in the first prompt out of the list, and then clicks generate. Then it waits a few seconds. It clicks your profile image, which your profile image is one of the things that you will need to upload from your own images. And I have some basic instructions in the code to do that. Now, it's really important that you follow the instructions exactly, because this code is kind of tricky. If it can't find an image it's looking for, it'll just get stuck in a loop, or it could click the wrong thing, or could even delete some stuff. So this is very much use at your own risk. I hold no responsibility for anything you do. If you get banned, if it violates terms of service, or if you accidentally delete some files or cause havoc, anything, I'm not responsible for any of it. You must use this at your own risk. So anyway, as this generates, you'll notice it's actually got a bit of a wait time now after the first prompt. Now, sometimes Ideogram does this. When they get too busy, they'll add a wait time, and it could range from like a second to 2 minutes sometimes. So as you can tell, this is a very time-consuming process if you're trying to upload hundreds of images. So that's why I think this script is super helpful, because rather than spending hours at the computer, you can let this do its own thing. In the future, I plan on putting this into a virtual environment, so that way I can have this running in the background while I'm still able to use my computer. So that's the goal. So this is still very much a work in progress, and while you're using it, keep that in mind, because there's going to be bugs. So it's clicking each image and downloading them now after it goes through all of the prompts, which we only had 2. Normally I do hundreds of prompts for each video. But anyway, it clicks download, and then after it downloads the number of images to match the number of prompts, then it'll start the next phase. And what it's looking for right now is that little square image. Now, you don't need to upload your own version of that, because that should be the same. But what it does is it moves the mouse over to the last 4 images, and it looks for that little blue square. And once it sees it, it clicks next to it, hearts the image, and then downloads it. Once it's got them all downloaded, it closes the browser. It'll give you an update right there in the console telling you what it's doing. Now it's going to launch a new browser. It's going to go to your settings again, and it's going to switch your download folder again, but this time instead of still images, it's going to switch it over to the animated images folder. Because now it's going to take all of those images and it's going to animate them into 3-second video clips. And we're going to store those clips in animation folder. So it clicks the message prompt box, types /animate. It clicks the upload file button. Then it's going to make sure it's in the right folder by clicking the folder icon at the top. It'll type in the folder path, which you might have to edit to suit your needs exactly. And then it clicks the first folder in the file. After it clicks the first folder, it types in a video animation prompt and then presses enter. And then it goes back into the folder, removes the image, and places it into the processed images folder. Now you will see duplicates sometimes when you're only generating a couple of images, as you can see. But it's usually not a huge issue if you're generating hundreds of them, because you can just delete the 1 or 2 duplicates. As you can see, it's now removing this file from the folder. And it does that so that way it can select the next file without having to think about it a whole lot. It just clicks the next one in line. Then it presses Control F to search for your unique username. And it's important that you also pay attention to the script and update this part, because typing in my username won't do you any good. You need to type in your own. So it'll search for videos that were generated by you. Now it's going to scroll through them all and click download for every one of them. We only did 2, so it didn't take too long. Now it closed the browser and it's launching Movavi Video Editor to put it all together. Now if you don't have Movavi Video Editor, that's okay, but you will need to turn this part of the script off. And I can show you how to do that. It's really simple. When you go into the main script, you just highlight this part and put a pound sign in front of it. So what it's doing now, it's switching to the animated images folder, and it's adding all of the videos, and then it selects it and drags them all into the video track. Now it's doing the same thing for the audio. It goes to your audio folder, selects everything in there, and then it drags it automatically into the audio track folder. And last but not least, it now tries to upload your logo. Now you'll also need to set the path to your logo to your computer so it knows where to find the file. But it'll automatically move it to the right spot, and it'll automatically resize it so it covers up the Pika Labs watermark. Now it's saving the file, but first it's making sure it's in the project folder. And now it's going to type in the name of the file, which this you'll also want to customize in the script. Currently it's set to Dhanishta, but you want to set it to whatever you have yours saved.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Greetings, noble seeker. Today, we embark upon a sacred voyage into the mist of...
Okay, now like I said, you're going to need to set a few variables yourself to make it work on your system. One of the main ones, however, is Movavi Video Editor. I know not everybody uses it, and it's not free. So if you don't have Movavi Video Editor, before you run the script, you need to disable this part. In the main.py file, right here, you're just going to highlight it underneath where it says Run Video Editor Utility, and you're going to press Control /, which will put a little pound symbol in front of it. Or alternatively, you can just type in Shift 3, and that'll do a little pound symbol and comment the code out for you. Now when you run the script, it will not do the video editor portion, so you don't have to worry about it. So after it downloads all of the videos, you're going to have to put those videos into your project all by yourself. So a few prerequisites before you get going with this. You need a folder for this to work out of, and you should set it up just like how you see here. And now if you just want to test it out, you don't want to have to change anything, just leave it all as exactly as I have it. But the folder name itself right here, you'll probably want to change from Dhanishta to whatever your subject is about. So if you're making a video about Legos, you just type Legos there or something, whatever. And then the rest of these, just leave it exactly the same, because you'll have your animated images folder, and all of these are empty right now, but you'll have your animated images folder, and this is where it will save the animations. You're going to have your still images folder. This is where it saves the image prompts or the image generations. And then you're also going to have another folder here called processed images. The rest of those don't really matter too much, though I would recommend keeping audio if you have sound that you want to add to your script, and channel logo as well if you want it to be like mine, where it'll add a logo to it and then automatically shrink it. But best and easiest thing to do is just use the files exactly as I give them to you, just like this. Just make sure this is in your documents folder, something similar to this. I have mine at D documents. You put yours at C documents. Just make sure that in the code here, you update all of this to reflect that change. This is our main PY. This is from the first script from where you launch everything from. This is your prompts.txt. All of these are just image generation prompts that I used ChatGPT to generate. So I showed ChatGPT the script, and I said, all right, now generate me like 200 image generation prompts regarding all of these parts of the script or whatever with these themes. And it does that, and it's awesome. So then you just take whatever it gives you and just paste it all into this text file, making sure that everything is separated by a comma, as you see here, except, and this is important, the very last prompt, no comma, just nothing after it, because the comma is telling it that there's something coming after. All right. So once you get your prompts typed in here, you're going to go into each one of these other folders that you'll see with it. They're all in the utils file folder. We've got our images, sounds, and utils. We want to open utils, and these are all of our main scripts here. So that's where I found prompts. Now you're going to go through the rest of these too, like download utils. You just want to run through it and read the instructions that I've left here. Anything in green that you're seeing here, or with the pound sign or triple quotes, are instructions for you to be able to read. And it tells you things that need to be custom set. Like this, for example, the username is currently set to a bit different. Replace a bit different, as it says in the instructions here, but leave the from and the semicolon, and type in your username that you use on Discord, and that way it'll type in your name when it goes to search. Then we're going to make sure to just go through the whole script and check all of my instructions, because I don't remember all of them. As you can see, it's quite long. Each of these scripts is pretty long. This one's not too bad, but it's 343 lines. And auto ideogram. This is the script that generates the images. And there's, it looks like one thing in here that you're going to need to custom set. I put it right here. It's your profile icon. All you have to do is go to images/me.png, and you'll see that in the images folder here. There it is. And that's what that is. It's just your profile icon from ideogram. You're going to want to set yours to whatever yours is. Just take a screenshot of it exactly as you see it on the screen so it knows what to click, and then save it with the exact same file name, and then you don't have to change any of the code. All right, we'll just run through some of these. Just make sure there's nothing else that's custom you might need to set, like some of these file paths, for example. Just make sure you run through the whole code and look at it all. So this one's about 800 lines of code. And it has instructions, so just take your time. Now the third one here is the animation phase. It's under animation utility, and we're just going to kind of look through it and make sure there's nothing that we need to set custom. I don't believe there is. No. But just in case, look through the whole thing and read all the instructions. This one's not too bad. It's about 230 lines of code. And we've got our video editor utility. Now this is the part where it actually puts everything into Movavi Video Editor. So you don't need to mess with this part if you've disabled it from the beginning like we discussed earlier by going into the main.py script and coming all the way down here where you see it finally run this script. It says video editor utils.run video editor utility. This is the function that you can disable by highlighting it and pressing Control \, and it'll add this little hashtag or # to the front. Or you can just type hashtag right in the front and it'll comment it out, as they say. That way it will not run that bit of code. And that way it won't even use the video editor, and all it'll do is download all of the images and save them as videos, and then you can do the video editing yourself. And I think that's pretty much it. So first thing I would recommend is maybe just shorten this prompts list, just Control A to select everything and delete it, and just type a couple of test prompts, like this is a first test image prompt, and then comma to separate, and then do enter for a new line. This is a second prompt. It really doesn't matter. This is just for a test. This is just a test. All right, and no comma after that one. And we go to our main script, and you would just press play, and then this thing would just go through its whole process, and you just test it out with all the settings as they are with my images and everything first, and then gradually one at a time come through here and change everything to be custom. The few things you will need to look at though are the file paths, and I didn't quite see where those were set, so you might have to go hunting through the code a bit, but there are instructions once you come across it. Let's see if I can just type the path Dhanishta nakshatra, for example. Okay, it's not in this one. Press Control F and it'll bring you this little find function. Yeah, this one has some in it. One mention of it. All right, so for example, go to still images path. Your path will be mostly the same from this point forward, but from back here and on where I'm highlighting, you'll want to put in wherever this is actually at on your computer. So here, I'll put a note in here. Make sure to change this path to fit your PC. File path. Okay. So for yours, you would probably do like change this D to a C. So it would be like C, documents, and then whatever your username is. For this folder, it's in one called Naked Sage Astrology. And then you could just skip all this gobbledygook and go straight to Dhanishta/still images. And I was going to make that a variable to make it easier to change, but as you can see, I left myself a note there and never did it. So there's a few things that are not done yet, as you'll come across, I'm sure. Just take your time and look through the instructions, and just make sure that all the file paths match. Then once the initial setup's out of the way, you can go ahead and run your program. And I'm going to go ahead and run this one in super speed mode, so you can see what this entire process looks like from beginning to end. And as a bonus, I'll even throw my last video at the very end so you can see what it makes. Enjoy!
Greetings, noble seeker. Today, we embark upon a sacred voyage into the mystical realm of Dhanishta nakshatra. Rooted deeply in ancient astrological texts like the Saravali and the Brihatparashara Varashastra, these scriptures illuminate Dhanishta as a cosmic mirror, reflecting the ineffable, beyond space, but trapped within time. The tragic story of Dhanishta nakshatra holds within its Aquarian quirks a transcendental vibration, calling out from beyond past, present, or even future. Rory Masu says, use a mirror. The tamaru isn't just a drum. It is a mystical instrument whose beats reverberate across the Akashic records, influencing karmic patterns and destiny. Each beat of this cosmic drum propagates a wave that distorts the very fabric of space, time, and causality. When we listen closely within, we can hear its rhythm sync with the pulse of the universe, a cosmic metronome governing life's ebbs and flows. The story of the Ashtavasus and Ganga serves as a celestial allegory, resonating deeply with the complex energies of Dhanishta nakshatra. Once cursed by the sage Vashista for stealing his sacred cow, the 8 Vasus were condemned to live mortal lives. To soften their earthly plight, they sought the help of Ganga, the divine river goddess, who agreed to be their earthly mother and liberate them back to their celestial forms. In this narrative, we witness themes of sacrifice, duty, and the intricate interplay between earthly existence and divine purpose. Themes that echo the energies of Dhanishta nakshatra. The 8 Vasus can be seen as symbolic representations of the 8 unique faculties governed by Dhanishta, each yearning for liberation, yet bound by earthly responsibilities and divine ordinances. They are the 8 mirrors, the portals of experience that form the compass of space-time, each one a facet of the cosmic diamond that refracts the singular light of divine consciousness into the manifold experiences of existence. Presiding over Dhanishta nakshatra are the Ashtavasus, 8 divine entities symbolizing cosmic natural elements. From water to fire, from earth to ether, these deities bring a holistic and spiritual ecology to Dhanishta nakshatra. In harmony with Mars, the planetary ruler, they make Dhanishta natives akin to cosmic alchemists, capable of transforming not just elements, but energies and fates alike. The Ashtavasus bring a sense of completeness, a full circle, aligning perfectly with the rhythmic beats of the cosmic drum. Together, they create a cosmic tapestry, a multi-dimensional dance that touches every facet of existence. When we contemplate the etymology of Dhanishta, we find that the name serves as a cosmic key to understanding its essence. Dhan and Ishta, when combined, are often interpreted as most wealthy or most desired. But let's go beyond the surface. Dhan, in its grandest form, refers to the wealth of the universe, its energies, vibrations, and cosmic law. Ishta, on the other hand, can be seen as the ultimate desire, the sacred longing for union with the divine. The Mars Dasha, spanning 7 years, is not merely a passage of time for Dhanishta. It is an epoch of soul evolution. These 7 years serve as a spiritual crucible, where karma is both generated and dissolved. It is a phase of intensity, filled with dynamic changes, trials, and triumphs. But it's not just about overcoming challenges. It's about mastering them. During this period, the Dhanishta native learns to harmonize the conflicting energies of Mars and the Ashtavasus, forging an alchemical blend that transcends the dualities of aggression and peace, action and contemplation. Whether loved or loathed, this unique blend often makes them entertaining and somehow irresistible to the public, captivating hearts and minds alike. While fame is often a fleeting concept, for Dhanishta natives, it's a manifestation of their complex energetic makeup. The intriguing combination of Mars's dynamism and the Ashtavasu's cosmic natural elements creates individuals who are not just famous, but profoundly impactful. Whether it's the iconic charm of a Hollywood star, or the secretive allure of an intelligence agent, Dhanishta natives possess a magnetism that's hard to ignore. It's as if they carry a piece of the universe within them, reflecting it outward and captivating those who cross their path. Their influence is not confined to one domain, but radiates across multiple spheres of life, making them truly unforgettable figures in public memory. The concept of time travel, often relegated to the realms of science fiction and fantasy, finds an intriguing birth in the discussions surrounding Dhanishta nakshatra. Given its mastery over time and its complex relationship with space and causality, Dhanishta invites us to expand our conceptual boundaries. Could it be that Dhanishta natives, with their unique energetic signature, have an innate ability to perceive or even manipulate temporal dimensions? While this notion may challenge mainstream scientific thought, it resonates deeply with various esoteric teachings and metaphysical theories, suggesting that Dhanishta is not just a point in cosmic geography, but a multidimensional gateway, opening doors to realms beyond our ordinary perception. As our cosmic journey through Dhanishta nakshatra comes to its zenith, it's crucial to reflect upon the moral lessons embedded within its celestial code. Dhanishta teaches us that the pursuit of material and even spiritual wealth should not be an end in itself. It advocates for a balanced life where the accumulation of riches or wisdom serves a higher purpose. Whether it's through philanthropy, artistic expression, or spiritual leadership, the true essence of Dhanishta lies in utilizing one's gifts for the collective good. It encourages us to align our personal desires and ambitions with the universal rhythm, to dance to the beat of the cosmic drum, not for self-delusions of grandeur, but for the elevation of the all. As we conclude this cosmic journey, let us dwell in the Advaitic understanding that all separateness is an illusion. Rory Masu says, use a mirror. Say you in reverse and reveal its reflection. We. The drumbeat of Dhanishta, the melody of Ashtavasus, and the fiery drive of Mars all converge into a singular, ineffable reality. You. In this ultimate state of being, you are not a passive observer, but the very fabric of existence. You are the dance, you the dancer, and you the eternal drumbeat that transcends time and space. Aham Brahmasmi. You are the universe. Until our paths cross again in this intricate web of cosmic synchronicities, may you abide in the boundless ocean of being. Dive into the codex of the celestial dream, secrets of the multiverse hidden in Vedic astrology. The link to this treasure is in the video description below. I am truly grateful you joined me on today's celestial journey. If you connected with what you saw, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Every Saturday, I bring new insights to the table, so don't miss out. Until our next rendezvous, keep your curiosity alive, and I promise to be back with more enlightening content.